still producing. So that might actually be the death of Scramble here, just putting too much supply into workers, more than even a third player would.
Losing a few zealots. Veyron gets one good storm off. But there again, I think just the flood of bodies is going to be too much for Scramble to handle.
Too much here. He's actually losing a lot of his high tempo though. A little bit of a mismicro by Veyron, not paying attention to where his high tempo are.
This might actually be a turning point for this match. That was a lot of units lost by Veyron, but I mean, like, looking back here at his gateways, there's 4, 6, 9. Is that all he has? 9 gateways?
I mean, Scramble is so far ahead in supply, but I'm still worried about him. He's still producing SCVs. I mean, right now, I mean, he's back to 92. He did lose a couple in that engagement that were repairing the Thor. But, I mean, that's way too many SCVs as a Terran player.
And actually, look at this. Veyron going back into Colossi production. One thing I would like to note, he is not mining from the gas in his main, and he... Okay, there were a bunch of idle probes in his base that could have been out here at the 4th.
Scramble scanning that third or that 4th. He knows about it now, but I think there's just... I don't know if he can push in there with that many units.
You know, I don't think he can, but it looks like he's definitely going to try. The Blue Beacon goes down for Veyron. And actually, this is a terrible time to engage from my Zealous. Simple fire through there. They're all going to get through there, but he did end up losing quite a few. Veyron's going to be able to clean this up.
Not very cost efficient for Veyron, but he had enough units on but actually, the reinforcements of Scramble might be able to break through here. You see some zealots coming down, but no storms ready on those high tempo yet.
And actually, if you look at the income, it might be more in the favor of Scramble also to go ahead and just build more production.
Scramble still producing 3 SCVs at a time.
Sitting at 97 now. If he breaks 100, I don't know what
I've seen him do it before.
98. Does clean up that push. Does send an SCV out here to scout.
And 100! 100 SCVs, everybody.
100 SCVs. 101. Oh my goodness.
Still producing.
Still producing.
So as a lesson to all of you newer players out there, check your worker counts no matter what race you are. 100 is too much for any race. Especially Terran.
And uh-oh. Look at what we have moving up here on the left side of the map.
We do have a drop coming in here right now. Actually nothing here to defend for Veyron.
Yeah, it's actually all out of position over here defending the 4th. He is going to have a little task force unit on the side just trying to, I think, maybe draw him off a little bit.
Yeah, I don't agree with sending that Thor in there like that, but yeah, this drop in the natural should be able to do a lot of damage. Actually, 2 auto turrets coming down too.
Yeah, and especially when Scramble had the extra medevac to load the Thor up in, I would have rather seen that Thor come in with this drop. And we do see a mothership on the way now for Veyron as well. Something that we don't see that often in the PvP matchup.
Yeah, normally Terran already has something like this to deal with the Colossus, that the mothership doesn't really become very effective. But we'll see how he decides to use it. Maybe he can vortex, half of Scramble's SCVs or something.
And Scramble, with some pretty scrappy throw here, actually trying to catch the army off guard twice now, actually manages to catch it somewhat out of place, but at this point I don't think it's going to be enough. Regardless, Veyron just steamrolling these pushes.
Yeah, not microing at all. There we go. Scramble sacrificing a lot of SCVs. Finally realizing that he's at 113 SCVs.
Okay, so I have my unit tab open. 100. We dropped under 100.
Okay,
he dropped down to 71.
Just think about that for a second, everybody. He just sacrificed 40 workers, and now he's still above what most Terrans are. I mean, sitting at 71, most Terrans you'll see float between 60 and 70.
Although I would just like to point out, he's not building anymore. He is building orbitals.
He finally realized, you know what, I've got way too many workers. So.
And actually with the mothership on the way, I think this... it's definitely a testament to Veyron's map awareness and knowing that his opponent just at this point isn't producing that many, Vikings or anything like that. In fact, all air production for Scramble has stopped.
Yeah, and I don't know if he knows about that fleet beacon, so I'm not sure if he forgot or just completely not expecting a mothership.
In all, I think in combination with the ability to sacrifice 40 workers and everything, and I think we're getting ready for the final engagement here. Both on the team in the middle of the map.
Luckily, he has a laser, so once that laser is just getting stormed all over the place there. And actually not microing versus those zealots, because those zealots able to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, and actually I think one of the banes of Scramble in this game, besides having way too many workers, and I don't know if this is a desperation move, but we do see more skill bunker coming right now for Scramble, but lack of production definitely seems to be a major contributor to some problems here.
Yeah, he could have had a lot more production going. He was ahead in supply for most of the game, but again, once we saw him sacrifice those SCVs, we realized that most of that was Rangers. As the supplies being dropped right after all those died.
Yep, and now we're starting to see, again, that very scary moment when Woodhaus starts pushing up into your main, up into all of your production structures. Some very late siege tanks coming out now. I would expect to see a CP at any point here now.
Yeah, that's pretty much the clinch and blow for a tank there. As soon as your opponent gets into your production facilities, there's really nothing you can do to it. Because as your units pop out, they're dying just as fast as you can do something.
So as you can see, there's a number of things that led to the problems with Scramble, and like I said, I would expect him at any point now to go ahead and tap out. His opponent is effectively a high supply ahead of him. Very well played though on both sides. I enjoyed that game.
Veyron, the offensive Future. So Veyron able to take 2 games in a row, bringing Fever up 4-3.
Scary position for MPA at this point. You basically have to win the next game, or that's it.